Oh man, so Bitcoin up almost 4%. What is going on? Have we created our bottom? And will this pump last? We're going to take a key look at the key levels in the charts. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bitcoin here is forming this double bottom pattern. I'm also going to look through the Ethereum chart and take a look at Fantom as well. Guys, if you want to trade any of these moves, get yourself set up using BYBIT. Description, I personally use BYBIT for my trading as well. One of the best platforms out there. Again, just to repeat, I stay away from leverage. I stay away from irresponsible trading. I manage my risk. And you using exchanges. Exchanges don't have to be used to get yourself wrecked. Sensible people use exchanges too to do spot trading and to do so with stop losses and good risk management. Now, let's get in, which started forming unfortunately while I was sleeping here on UK time. But let's bring that into the middle here. And we're on the 5-minute chart, and you can see this beautiful double bottom slash W pattern forming along this neckline of about 19.5. Now you can see we've already got the initial breakout here, but we're getting what is commonly referred to as a retest. So this is perfectly healthy. Once you get the breakout, to come and get a retest, because we're getting rejected by the 20,000, which is a psychological level, before collecting some more strength to then break through that level. So you get a bit of an RSI reset, so you can pick up some more momentum and then push through. So that's what we're looking out for now here on Bitcoin. Remember, the long-term macro view still does not look great for Bitcoin, okay? We'll come on to that and look at the weekly chart, because I'm still seeing that the best scenario here for us on crypto is that we have a sustained long period of sideways action. Anybody who's telling you there's going to be a W-shaped recovery, they're off their rockers, and you should unsubscribe from those people. But the reality is, short moments on these 5-minute charts and on hourly charts, I will be taking advantage of opportunities to trade, make some quick profits, and then DCA. Remember, who are successful right now are those who can go and accumulate cash and invest, because you got Bitcoin cheap right now, under 20,000. You've got Ethereum under 1,000 at points here. You've got some of your favorite projects really, really cheap. And the ones who are going to do well are those who have cash available. That's the game. Whether you're an unsophisticated investor or whether you're a super sophisticated investor, the ones who win are the ones who have cash at hand. Basic example of what's going on. Before we get back to the TA, let's take a look at this. Voyager Digital secures loans from Alameda to safeguard its assets. So yet another exchange struggling, and they go and raise funds from Alameda, which is what? Guess what? Owned by Sam Bankman-Fried. Okay, so $200 million cash, no really good price on Voyager. And this is the key. If you were around in traditional finance during booms, during recessions, during those recessionary periods, those companies, those individuals who have access to capital, who have liquidity, those are the ones who win. Because right now, when nobody can afford to buy these cheap companies, right? Celsius is in big trouble. You can buy it for cheap if you want to. But one, who wants to buy that? And two, then who's got the capital? So those with the capital can really just go around with their shopping list and go, oh, that looks cheap and that looks like a great business. I'll go buy some of that. And same for us as individual investors. Those with cash can go and buy Bitcoin at 19,000. Yesterday at 18,000, right? You're getting absolute bargains. But I know the problem is that the majority of people don't have cash. A great opportunity to do that is to trade and make a quick buck and put that into your long-term fund. Now, again, if you guys don't know how to trade, please be very, very careful. Do so with a little bit of pocket money, right? Do so with a little bit of lunch money, some coffee money, something which is not going to wreck the bank. That is how you learn to trade. And do not, I repeat, do not touch leverage. I personally use BYBIT. Links in the description. You can get up to $4,000 in bonuses there. So this is what I'm looking out for on Bitcoin. Now, what is the price target that we're looking at? Well, if we take the measured move, which is very roughly, I'm doing this with one hand here, put that there, and we take that and put that at the point of breakout, which is where we broke out from about here, you could be looking at this pump taking you up to 21,600. So this is a great time to be entering such a trade with a good stop loss at about probably this pivot point here, giving yourself some room at 19,200, and you can run this up to the price target at 21. There, I'll just show you that target. 21,675 is what we'd be looking at from there. Now, obviously, as Bitcoin is forming this pattern, some of our other favorite altcoins will be forming similar patterns. And you can see Ethereum is well ahead of the cycle. So I missed this trade here on Ethereum. But again, if we come back down to get a calling off, I probably will add to this position and you can ride that to the top side. We're getting a little bit of a bull flag here, which is where Ethereum really broke through strongly here on the 5-minute chart. And it's just consolidating. It's just cooling off. You want to get a reset of the RSI so again it can get some momentum to continue its move to the upside. Now, what's the price target here on Ethereum? Well, if we take the measured move, again, just taking that all the way down to the bottom of the wick there, putting that at the point of the breakout, and we can take a look here at Ethereum, and we're getting a price target there of 1154 on Ethereum. Okay, so that's what we're looking out for here on this double bottom pattern here on Ethereum. Similarly, let's take a look at Fantom. Fantom's been holding up pretty well here against Bitcoin, which has been pretty impressive. You can see the lowest that Fantom reached as Bitcoin really did have a bad day yesterday was 20 cents. I thought we could have seen Fantom head all the way down and retreat, much further down towards its pattern, towards its kind of 50-cent mark, which was from its cup and handle pattern from last year. But looking at this pattern, again, a similar pattern here, more of a diagonal double bottom pattern here. And what you can more like a bump and run type pattern, but the same thing applies. You've got the breakout here. Will we get a retest? If do, another great entry point, and then you can run to the upside here. You're just getting a little bit of consolidation in a bull flag before its next move to the upside, and it's going to wait for Bitcoin to give it permission. Again, what's the measured move we're looking at here? You can take that from there to the bottom there, put that at the point of the breakout, and you can look at this pump could potentially bring Fantom up to about the 24-cent mark. That's what we look at from a technical perspective. All these trades are just from a technical perspective. We need to make sure we monitor what is going on from a fundamental perspective and understand what's going on in the economy. Now, the good thing is the markets are closed, right? The markets are, obviously Sunday's closed today. It'll be closed tomorrow as well. So you've got an extended weekend, which means Bitcoin can move on its own movements based on what it wants to do and based on what happens in the crypto community. Eye on things that's going on in the crypto community. We still know the Celsius issue is there. We've just spoken about Voyager securing a loan. We're seeing some rumors on Twitter about BlockFi starting to, are they suspending withdrawals? Are they not? They've denied that. But again, remember, thought of it can create a little bit of a run. So that's not great when, if your name is being thrown into the hat as one of those exchanges which are struggling with withdrawals. Remember, the bank run can be created just as a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It just people get spooked, they fear, they take their money out, and the withdrawals and the withdrawals and the withdrawals cause a lack of liquidity, and that causes a problem. So right now, again, I'm not saying this is a bounce. I'm not saying we're recovering here on crypto. I'm saying there are some opportunities for you to trade small volatility moves to the upside, but longer term, the best case scenario that we get this kind of weekly action, let's just head over to the weekly chart so I can show you, is that we can just get some sideways weekly action. That's all we want. So right now, the best thing we can hope for is we're not just going to get this. Anybody who thinks we're just going to go from here all the way up here, that's insane. That's not what we're going to get. What we want to see is that we can just start creating a bit of sideways action over the next couple of months, and then we can start working our way back towards our all-time highs. Okay, that's what we want to see on crypto. We just need to stop and that is the key. And the way we're going to do that is by seeing improvements in the macroeconomy, seeing inflation come down, stop these things happening with liquidity issues on some of our crypto projects. And the other thing is, when do we see this bottom, right? Have we hit this mass capitulation? And maybe we need a couple more victims to fall before we're ready to go to the upside, right? It still doesn't feel like there's full-blown capitulation. I know it sounds crazy, but it just doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like we've had that big crazy kind of, Black Thursday type day where everything is horrible, everybody's panicking, they're fleeing. I mean, it is bad, don't get me wrong, this crash is horrible, but is there still one or two more companies to go bust before we completely bottom out? And then we can go on a period of 6 months, 8 months, 12 months sideways whilst inflation improves, the wider economy improves. We come out of this global slowdown and we can start seeing green shoots, right, of recovery, so we can start heading back to the upside. So stay safe out there, guys. Make sure you have high conviction in your favorite projects. Sometimes take a walk, get away from the charts, right? If you're buying, then go ahead and buy. Set your limit orders and go for a walk. It's about keeping your sanity, keeping your psychology in check, not getting spooked out by this market, but still staying informed. When you can strike that balance of knowing what's going on in the market, setting your limit orders, keep following a plan. I like to use post-it notes. You guys know that. I love to use these post-it notes to make sure I've got a clear plan so emotions don't get in the way. Then you can go enjoy a walk, enjoy your day, knowing that your plan's been executed you're thinking rashly. You're not going to get panic sold out, right? No sudden piece of news or Twitter post is going to get you to sell all your Bitcoin, because remember, that's what the manipulators want. They want you to let go of your hard-earned Bitcoin, which you've been holding for a long time. Some of you have been holding this since 69K. So for you guys, shout out to you. You've held it. You've shown some real good diamond hands, but don't mess up now at the final innings. For those of you who come in a bit later, then this is a great time for you to enter. You've got nothing to complain about. You get to buy a piece of technology at the same price as 5 years on without having the early adoption mindset, right? You weren't an early adopter. You weren't here in 2017, but you still get to buy it at that price point. So consider yourself lucky. If you don't have the conviction, you're not sure, go make yourself sure. Go understand what Bitcoin is. Go understand what this technology is. Go research your favorite altcoins. Research Ethereum. Understand what's going on. Again, just to reiterate, I'm only focused long-term dollar cost averaging in on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've paused my dollar cost averaging on other coins. I'm super happy with my allocations with those, and I'm happy to buy some of those altcoins at a little bit more of an expensive price, but I'm just focused on Bitcoin Ethereum now for this moment. And I did say to you guys, I would be open and transparent with you. So that's what I'm doing. However, for short-term trades, I can trade any altcoin. So I'm happy to give you guys those trading signals when I see them. Right now, you're seeing that double bottom pattern here on Bitcoin. You guys can trade that using the link in the description to set up BYBIT and use your $4,000 of bonuses to trade. Again, guys, stay away from margin, stay away from leverage, set your take profits, put your stop losses. I hate how there's now a stigma that anybody who trades is a degen. No, you can trade. I started trading for an investment bank many years ago, and I continue to love trading, and you can do it in a responsible, ethical manner without getting yourself wrecked. So let's remind each other of that. There's nothing wrong with trading. It's just some people want to use it for the wrong purposes. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one.